What is up, everyone? Welcome to 5 Things We Learned from Gameweek 3. My name is Ryan, and welcome to the Football Chatbox. If you are new, let me know how you're doing and how your Gameweek 3 score went as well. But having said all of that, let's get into the video. Alright, in number 1, 1-0, 1-0. I mean, was that the scoreline that you were seeing mostly in your teams this week? Let me know, because I had a total of 5 players that had either a 1-pointer or 0-pointer. That's in my entire squad, by the way. 5 players that had a 1-pointer or 0-pointer. How many did you have in your squad? But yeah, unfortunate game week for me, with the likes of Saliba, Onana, Estupinan not really delivering at all, while there was bench jam coming on for some players. Unfortunately, no bench jam for me, with Udogi 12-pointer as well on the bench. But yeah, very poor performance from some players this week, which kind of raises the questions with regards to my next point as well, because most of the poor performances was in the defensive areas as well, from defenders and goalkeepers. So we'll have to talk about that. But yeah, that was me. 1-0, 1-0. Should probably do a mic test 1-2, 1-2, but unfortunately there is no 2 to actually mention. But yeah, let's move into rotation. Actually, let's number 2, rotation defenders. Now, with the 1-2, 1-2, and 1-0, whatever, like I said, most of it was in defense and goalkeeper. Now, but let's touch on the defenders point, because we're not going to really make a transfer for the goalkeepers. But like the defenders that we got in like a 4.5 defender to rotate with certain other defenders. Seems like they were the ones kind of performing this week. Udogi, 12-pointer. You have the likes of Matty Cash, I think, with a huge haul. Malagusto with a huge haul. So we got all these 4.5, 4.0 defenders who you put most of the time on the bench and you want to rotate in good fixtures. Now perform it. Now this raises the question. You got your 5 million defensive options like Saliba, Estupinan. What do you really want to do with them? Do you want to rotate them or sell them? So that's something that we kind of need to see. But all these defenders that we got for rotation purposes now have stepped up to the plate and now are kind of performing. And they are about to also hit a good run of fixtures as well, which we'll discuss in another video separately. But yeah, so far doing pretty well and kind of raising their hands up to end in our teams as well. So are you actually looking to start any of them, or are you bringing any of them in for your Gameweek 4 team? Let me know in the comments as well. Let's move into number 3. Time to drop Brighton. Kind of links into the rotation part as well. Now, Estupinan, not a rotation issue for Brighton, but running into a tough set of fixtures. Pedro, big rotation issue. Highly sell player. I would sell. But apart from that, Mitoma as well, another player with tough set of fixtures upcoming over the next 6 fixtures. They got Newcastle United. So Newcastle, Manchester United, Bournemouth, maybe decent. Then they got Aston Villa, Liverpool, Manchester City. 6 fixtures. About 5 are pretty tough ones, I would say. 1 maybe not. Can I see them keeping a clean sheet? Probably in 1 only. And that's the Bournemouth game. And that's also the game just after the European fixtures have kicked off. So midweek they'll have European fixtures. And game week 6 they play Bournemouth. So how much rotation are we going to start seeing as well? That's another question that rises. And De Zerbi is a manager who loves to rotate. So it kind of makes me question, do I really want Estupinan going into that run with Europe kicking off as well, with a manager who just tinkers and rotates even more than Pep Guardiola does at this point? And then I've got Joe Pedro, who is just looks like he's not ready to start in this Brighton team. He's not in favor with De Zerbi until he learns the system. He's got to go. I just haven't found out for who yet. But Estupinan, I'm thinking maybe it's probably time to move him on instead of just keeping him there with that price range as well. If you're finding it short for cash to buy certain midfielders, I'm wondering whether it's time to move Estupinan on. But yeah, let me know in the comments what do you think about that. And that moves us into number 4, sell or hold. Now we kind of touched on Estupinan and Joe Pedro with regards to sell or hold. But this sell or hold is I want to talk about the Arsenal midfielders and the United midfielders. Going into the Gameweek 4 matchup between the two teams, people have Rashford, Martinelli, Bruno Fernandes, Saka, maybe some have a Odegaard as well, you never know. And people are questioning, do we hold these players? Now United performed really well against Forest, and we kind of thought that was the money fixture in terms of points. But do we see them continuously performing better over the next round of fixtures with regards to United? Now, Arsenal next, but after that, they got Brighton. So 2 tough fixtures. But then they got Burnley, Crystal Palace, Brentford after that, and then Sheffield United before they finally play City. So they have a mixed run of fixtures of green, like easy ones mixed in with a couple of hard ones as well. So the question is, do you sell them? Bruno Fernandes is probably the most creative player right now in the Premier League and in FPL as well. His XG and XGI his XGI numbers are insanely off the charts. Rashford looked good on the left, but still not to his best. But then again, the last season when he played Arsenal, came away with a double-digit haul. Could this be the game for him to come away with a double-digit haul? Martinelli hasn't looked at his best. He's probably someone I would probably look to sell out of the lot. Saka, well, we can confirm he still has pens, and the pen that he gave for Odegaard was just a one-off, and we're not going to be seeing that too often this season. But Saka is still the main penalty taker for Arsenal, and obviously one of their main goal threats as well, so I'm happy to keep him. So out of those 4 players I mentioned, mainly, like ignoring Odegaard, I think Martinelli seems to be the one that I would want to sell. The question with regards to Bruno Fernandes and Rashford, if you had to pick one to sell right now, I would probably now go towards Rashford because of how central Bruno is. But one thing I will add is Rasmus Højlund is nearing a return for United. Now, we don't know how much of an impact he's going to make after the international break. We'll have to kind of wait and see that out. But he could be another player who could decide which out of Rashford or Bruno is a better option. Does Bruno's creativity and chances that he creates means that someone is there to actually finish it, a proper striker that can probably finish? Does that mean that Bruno becomes a better option? Or will the link-up play between Højlund and Rashford be better for Rashford to get points? So this is something we kind of have to wait and see. But one thing is for certain, Rashford is most likely now going to be playing on the left. And Bruno, I mean, he's just going to continue to do Bruno things. So let me know what you think about that point. And are you selling or holding with regards to those specific players? And let's move into the final point. Number 5, template changing. Now, the template seems to be taking an interesting turn in things of certain players stepping up. The likes of Raheem Sterling, stepping up to the plate in terms of a Chelsea asset. We already spoke about Udogie and Malagusto. With good fixtures coming, they also seem like they could be up into a new template. Maddison is another player with good fixtures, could force his way into a template as well, into becoming a template player. The likes of Rashford and Bruno have raised questions on whether they remain in the template or whether people sell or not. People are slightly undecided on that. Foden got benched, but that was mainly due to sickness. Came on because he was very, like, City were drawing, he was needed, came on, made an impact on the game, got points. Questions will remain on whether if managers would want to transfer him in more as well. So that's another thing to kind of realize. Saliba, Estupinan, are they about to get out of the template because the fixtures aren't the best for Estupinan and Saliba? Maybe people are looking at better value options elsewhere. These are a few questions to kind of answer. But is the template changing? Let me know in what your thoughts are with regards to that. And why I put number 5 as template changing is because we're going to do a video tomorrow with FPL Mez 8 Mira. We're going to be doing template breakers. I haven't fixed the title yet, but I think that's going to be it. But template breakers, basically looking at players who will break the current template and end up becoming the template players. So we're going to looking at teams who are having a good fixture turn that's going to come in favor of them, like a fixture swing in favor of them. The likes of Liverpool, Newcastle, Spurs and Chelsea that are currently they've just started their fixture turn. Uh, Crystal Palace. So we're going to looking at a few of these teams and deciding which players could eventually get in to the template. So basically trying to get you guys ahead of the curve in terms of which players you need to look at to bring them in, so that when they are in, you can reap the rewards before they become template, and then your points that you get aren't as high compared to what they were when they were low on the players. So yeah, let me know what you think about that video idea as well. That's it for this video. I'm gonna end it here. Not too much to say because still 3 game weeks in. Things are changing rapidly in this in week to week. We'll see how game week 4 goes. But yeah, I will see you all for that video tomorrow. If you reached up to this point, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Thank you for watching. And yeah, I'll see you all later.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all